Honestly, this UFC card happening tonight, it's a tough one for me. I really don't know who to pick. I've been looking at this for a while, trying to come up with how I'm gonna open up this video. Am I gonna take Adesanya or Duplessis? And honestly, I have no idea. It's unreal. Personally, big fan of Israel Adesanya. I think he's one of the greatest stand-up fighters the UFC's ever had. Absolute dominant champion. He was 23-0 in his 185-pound weight class up till his loss against Alex Pereira, who another world class, absolute pinnacle of the entire sport level striker, and he's proven that in multiple weight classes now. But man, oh man, that so when Sean Strickland fought Dricus Duplessis, I watched it at a bar here in San Diego. With one of my friends who was actually a big fan of Sean Strickland. You know, he was from Corona. Shout out him. Shout out Corona as well. You know, you guys have great beer. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know Corona does not make Corona beer. I had to make the joke. Sensational beer with a lime. Always have to have a lime in the Corona. But regardless, Sean Strickland's performance against Israel Adesanya was crazy. I mean, Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz level performance. I have never seen a performance against a dominant champion that Adesanya was to that level, to that degree. Even Alex Pereira's knockout of Adesanya, it was a knockout. It was a clean knockout, you know, landed in the fifth round. I thought Adesanya was winning the fight up to that fifth round. Um, but man, Strickland pieced him up, absolutely dominated him on the feet. It was a crazy performance. And then I watch Dracus Duplessis versus Sean Strickland. And honestly, my personal opinion, I thought Sean Strickland won the fight. I just think he did. I mean, watching it live in person, how I was scoring it, I thought Sean Strickland won 3 rounds to 2. It's been almost a year now. Yeah, so I honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head which rounds it was because I'm not gonna rewatch the fight either. It wasn't the most fun fight to watch. Um, so I thought Sean Strickland would get an immediate rematch. And then he didn't. He goes and gets a fight against Paulo Costa. And then Adesanya, after the Strickland loss, said, "Oh, I'm going to retire. I'm going to step away from the sport. Who knows if I'll ever come back." Comes back with it, what, 1 year in August, which was a very surprising announcement. Of course, I love to see Adesanya fight. I would hate to see him leave the sport the way he did. Um, so I just don't know who to pick. I'm gonna go with my heart on this one and say Israel Adesanya, just because Adesanya's fought similar style fighters. I think a similar style to Duplessis is Robert Whitaker. I know Duplessis beat Robert Whitaker, so he's kind of a leveled up version of him. But Adesanya pieced up Whitaker. He's pieced up Cannonier, which I know Duplessis is not a Cannonier. Cannonier is absolute knockout power. Like, I'm going in there to touch you with this hand, and you're going down and you're going out. Good night. I know that. Duplessis is much more technical than that. But man, it's a tough one. I'm thinking it might bite me in the butt. I think Duplessis could pull it out. But like I said, I got to go with my heart. I think Israel Adesanya is one of the greatest 185ers to ever put on those gloves. And I think he's going to have a beautiful performance tonight. And I would hope to see that. I think a year away from the sport could really, or not away from the sport, a year away from actual in cage time may have helped him recover. Who knows? He may have been injured. He was fighting a lot back to back. It was every 6 months, like clockwork. Adesanya's fighting, Adesanya's fighting, Adesanya's fighting. Killers, too. I'm talking Vittori, Whitaker, Cannonier, Pereira, and Strickland in a row. Absolute. This is like the pinnacle, and that's not even including Jan Blachowicz right before that. He fought Jan Blachowicz, and then 3 months later fights Marvin Vittori. Like, man, it adds up. It's wear and tear on your body. It is. So stepping away may have helped him relax, may have helped him recompose. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and take Israel Adesanya in the battle for Africa because you know they keep making that joke both Adesanya and Duplessis. You know, it's the battle for Africa. Duplessis is the first real African champion, according to him. According to him, he can say whatever he wants. I mean, he's the champion. He can really do whatever he wants, and he could kick my ass. So, what am I gonna tell him? No. I'm Moroccan. I mean, if I was in the UFC, I guess I'd be in the battle for Africa, right? 100% Moroccan. No, maybe, I don't know. I used to train. I was a little fatter then, and I would have had to fight someone the size of John Jones, but, but I'm not gonna do that. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Israel Adesanya. I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a barn burner, and Adesanya's gonna pull it out. It's gonna be fun.